everyone, it's Carmelita. And I was really praying about 2022, and really what the Lord has continued to impress upon my heart is John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. So I want to bring you to John 3:16. This is really all about the love of God. And there's so many people in our world that don't understand the love of God, and that's why they really ultimately have not received it, because there's nothing like God's love. It's an eternal love. It supersedes all the love, types of love that we can have in this earth. And there's some beautiful types of love that we can have in this earth. We love our families. We can love our husband and our wife. These are wonderful types of love, and it's a symbol of God's love, but none of these loves are eternal. Also, I have a lot of pets, and people love their pets, and pets have this way of communicating and loving you unconditionally. I think there's things in this earth that can kind of ultimately represent a type of God's love, but none of them are eternal. They're all temporal. If we look at our pets, they usually live at the most 20 years. We love our families and our children, but everyone's life has a timeline as well as our own. But when we come into the place of eternal love and understanding God's eternal love, what he is speaking of in John 3:16, we'll come to a place where this love ultimately supersedes all different types of love. And really, this is the simplicity of the gospel. And so what I believe God is saying through John 3:16 is that regardless of what's happening in this world, and I've done some videos before about things coming to this earth, whether they're judgments, but there's things coming, birth pains, as spoke of in Matthew 24, where Jesus spoke of it. But really what God is impressing is John 3:16. And this is something that our hearts, if you are a believer, has to be on. And if you haven't received the love of Christ, if you do not receive the love of Christ, it comes with the mercy of God, the favor of God, and the blessing of God upon your life. So Jesus came, if we look at John 3:17, it says, Jesus came not to condemn the world, but to save the world. And this is God's ultimate plan for redemption for mankind, to bring unity between God and mankind. So ultimately there's a gap. There's a gap between God because of sin and impurity. Jesus bridged that gap, and his sacrifice was the bridge. The blood of Christ is the bridge